Podcrack has returned. The motherfucking man of the hour. Baby, please send the baby. And HBK, Heartbreak. Brother Paul 5X, I'm the Fresh. And Matt, Podcrack is some addictive shit.
Welcome to Podcrack. It's your boy, the H to the B to the K, Heartbreak. It's your boy Sean. And to my left, the one, the only, Ak. Ak, please cut a promo on these niggas.
Let me tell you something about these niggas. They're no good. They don't father their children. they still. So wait a minute. Which niggas we talking about?
I just meant niggas in general. I didn't mean specific niggas. I didn't mean deadbeat dad ass niggas. Man.
Yeah, we have in mind.
Whoa. Hey, hold on, man. Instead of promo for OAN and Newsmax, bro. This is just a promo in general. Come on now, man.
I thought you was talking about the Chris Rock niggas.
Oh my god. Hey man, contain yourself, man. You know what I'm saying?
Smoking the marijuana. All right. They're hanging out in front of the liquor store.
They won't keep the pants up with the Jello pudding. And to my right, it's MAT squared T Squizzle.
I support black families, okay? I support black dads out there. I want to say that, okay?
Oh, man.
And that's why you're getting canceled. You had to put the qualifier black dad. I support dads, all right? That's the odd brand. Huh? And I'm back.
I'm with it. You know what I mean?
This reminds me of when Shenron became a fucking Z fighter and shit. You know, the fuck is the dragon is
in GT?
Yeah.
Oh man, you counting that? Okay, I'll count that too. That was
No, I'm just saying that's when they jumped the Dragon Ball, man.
No, I don't fuck with no GT, bro. I'm sorry.
Wait. With GT, that I guess I just assumed you said Z. I don't know. I guess I heard Z.
Nah,
what
that's
is
when the GT is when they change the voices and the character designs and all that shit.
Yeah.
No, the only reason why I know this story is from playing the video game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
never actually seen the show.
To be honest with you, man, GT was like the day I sat down to watch, or the Saturday that I sat there and watched the first and only episode I would ever watch of Spider-Man 2099 and shit.
Oh man.
Like you just gave me the highest. The high was it the Majin Buu saga?
Yeah,
that the last one. Yeah, they gave me that like I'm bankrupt of, like, you know what I'm saying, like emotionally and physically all that bankrupt. And then like the next week you're like, and now Dragon Ball GT. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What? And that was the same way. Like, you just gave me the Secret Wars and the Spider-Man, the multiple Spider-Man and all this shit. And then and we're going to find the real Mary Jane Watson, Peter Parker. And then the next week, Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah, them networks didn't give a fuck, nigga. They was like, change that shit now. They're like, we're in the middle of a storyline. The fuck? What did I say, nigga? I am the network head executive.
Yeah, we got to sell toys.
These kids will never know the difference, nigga. What the
Here we are 30 years later lamenting the same shit. They never should have changed the VR soldiers or whatever the fuck the niggas were.
Why did the Masked Rider have a crossover with the VR troopers? They're not even on the same planet. Yeah, fuck all that shit, bro.
They betrayed our trust.
We were so ready to give and shit. You know what I'm saying?
You couldn't tell me that nigga Flabber. What was his name?
Flabber, my
Oh
nigga.
God, yeah.
You couldn't tell me that wasn't Jay Leno, nigga. You couldn't
Jay
tell me
Leno,
that,
Elvis, and Elvis Presley impersonator. Yes. Fuck that
Yo,
shit,
that
dude.
show was just all over the place, man. It was like kids in actual like a Flabber monster kitty with actual haunted house monsters on top of that, and then they become Power Rangers that like fight like other. It's like, yo, they were all over the place, man.
It was,
nigga, but it worked. It worked.
It did work.
It was that first season. God damn it, I was in, but I was like,
did,
I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I'm in.
I'm in, man. I'm in.
Because this is what happened, right? He was a specter or something like that. He was something like that.
He was a Beetlejuice. Let's just call him that, dude. He was a Beetlejuice.
Okay. He was the ghost with the most and shit. And he was haunting the thing. They went into the haunted house. He possessed the fucking organ, right? And they played the organ. He came out. He gave them a wish, and they wished that they could have superpowers like the comic books. So at first, it was all just haunted house shit, ghosts and monsters and shit, right? Which I usually like my ghosts separate from my monsters. Like, you're either a monster or you're a ghost. You know what I mean?
Well, okay, we'll talk about that later. But okay.
But you know what I mean? And then they said, I want to have superpowers like these comic books, but the unintended consequences of their wish was that the evil people from the comic books also came alive.
Yeah.
And then they were bringing other monsters from other comic books alive. And then there you have it. Big bad Beetleborgs, nigga. You understand what I'm saying to you? It made sense. You know what I mean? Because you needed the magical element, the ghost and the monsters element to bring you the comic book element. And then you entered the kids in Three Ninja style. One was a girl, and whatever you like. You know, had something for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And then you blot out. But then, and they took the big bad off of it, and it was just Beetleborgs the next season. I couldn't fuck with it no more. Like,
oh yeah. You like your Beetleborgs big and bad, just like
I need them big and bad. They ain't
like
big and bad. What we doing here? They just Beetles.
Like your
you know
Ninja Turtles, Teenage and Mutant. I feel you.
That's you get me, my nigga. That's why I fuck with you, Sean. That's why we here right now. I need them to be teenaged and mutant. Yo, yeah. Oh, that's the greatest one. Close the show, my nigga. That's it. Close the show, my nigga. That's it. Fuck.
Yeah. You know, I will say this, man. I was gonna do a side note after recording with you here, but the more thinking about it, I think you're right, man. I don't think ghosts belong with monsters. I think you're right, man. Like, I've been thinking about it like a little bit. I was like, hold up, man. You're onto something. I don't think they belong together, dude.
They don't belong together, buddy. They don't belong together. It's a whole separate concept.
It is, dude. You're actually right, man. It really is kind of divorced, man. Like werewolves and vampires are a similar thing where it's like a curse / like, yeah, monster thing. That makes sense. Zombies also make sense, but ghosts, they're doing their own thing, man. It's a complete different thing.
It's a whole
astral
different
plane. What are you?
We're talking about the presence of life and death and hell and heaven. That has nothing to do with what's going on. Like the movie.
That's like.
I agree, man. Like, I am not gonna lie to you.
Oh my god,
ghosts are a different thing.
Like, if you showed me, if like I saw evidence of a wolf man, like if I looked out my window and someone was changing to a wolf man, I'd be like, all right, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and then it'd be like some kind of scientific explanation.
Let me turn my light off and hope that nigga don't come over here. As long as he don't ring my doorbell, I'm good. But shit.
Exactly. But if I see the fucking ghost of Christmas past or some shit, nigga, that changes everything.
Yeah, it does. It does, man. You're right. I can't believe a big bad Beetleborgs conversation like changed on my mind. I'm gonna walk into like on Halloween. I'm gonna walk into like Walmart and put the blueberries aside. Like, this guy does not belong with the other Monstars.
What you gonna call the sales associate over?
Yeah.
Excuse
yeah.
me, my man. Do you know that you have the ghosts and the monsters together?
Yeah, they're like, the mummy
Ex-
makes sense. Creature from the
explain
Black
this to
Lagoon,
me.
perfect sense. Werewolf Man sense. Dracula sense. Frankenstein, sense. But this ghost, like, this is a game
get the
changer,
screen
man.
mask out of here, money. You know who's another big culprit of this perpetrator? Scooby Doo, money. They were they hunting? Like their mysteries were all over the place. It was ghosts, it was monsters, it was fucking axe murderers. Like, what the fuck is it? What are you doing here, man?
That's a whole nother devil, man. You're talking about kids who were investigating the paranormal, only to find out it was like pedophiles and shit.
Like, 99% of the time, just
pedophiles. But what if it is really what they say it is? Are you then fucked? Because I think you are. Like, let's say this is the fucking Wolfman and shit, and not just Mr. Feely in a fucking rubber mask and shit. Is they're trying to steal the jelly out of the fucking supermarket? What are you gonna do? If this is an actual ghost, what the fuck are you gonna do?
I hate to break it to you fine gentlemen tonight, but there is a working theory that Scooby-Doo exists in two different universes. One where the ghosts are real, and one where it's always Mr. Feely.
Oh, okay. Well, Berenstein, Berenstein universe. Okay.
The Mandela effect and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically there was a show, a cartoon, if you will, referred to as the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Yep. On there was a gentleman named Flim Flam. I believe he was like an 8-year-old boy of ambiguous heritage and shit. And I think Scrappy Doo was on there.
Mm-hmm.
Shaggy, I think.
Yeah.
But that's it. There was no Thelma. There was no Fred. And, they had to have one girl on there for the boys. But yeah, they were actually fighting.
For the not gays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And like Scrappy Doo was like not scared and always trying to fight the actual monster, but then they would grab his dumb ass up and run and shit. But yeah, these are real ghosts. And then there was what's my man's name? 13,000 Years of Funk.
Vincent Price.
Yep.
Yeah, Vincent Price was on there, and Scooby-Doo accidentally let go the 13 ghosts. And so it was his job to put all the ghosts back into the thing. Unless he would become a ghost himself or some shit like that. And Vincent Price would tell him where the ghosts were. It was actually a pretty well thought out show. You know what I mean?
That's an interesting concept, man. There's also a theory that the movie Scoob existed. Can you tell us about that, Matt?
The movie Scoob? Yeah, MLC apart from me?
I felt like I saw it. I probably saw the everything wrong with it, the cinema sins of it or some shit. But I feel like I saw it. So that is exactly what happened. And so
my extensive knowledge on Scooby-Doo would lead you to believe that I actually like it, but in actuality, I fucking hate everything about Scooby-Doo.
No. I kind of got that. I kind of got that.
Oh, okay.
No, okay. I didn't hate it. Out of all the little Hanna Barbera,
my nigga, one day, all the superhero cartoons were just removed from my television, and it's just nothing but Scooby-Doo and fucking Scooby-Doo like shows and shit.
Listen, man, out of that and the fucking Harlem Globetrotters and fucking the Super Friends,
Jabberjaw,
yeah, all that shit.
What was the Doom Buggy?
Yeah,
Steve Buggy, like Jabberjaw, Josie the Pussycats. There's just a million of them.
Out of all them, Scooby was the one I tolerated. I could tell. Johnny Quest. Don't get me fucking started on fucking Johnny Quest's motherfucking boring ass shit. Him and Haji. Fuck him. Fuck both of them.
Slow down. Slow down, my nigga. Did you ever see the real adventures of Johnny Quest?
Yes,
I did.
Fire,
yes, I
nigga.
did. Fuck out of here.
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire, nigga.
Hush your tongue, my nigga.
Haji, nigga. Haji was whooping niggas' asses, nigga. He would take off that goddamn his headdress, nigga. He had like Guns and knives under there. Nigga. Go back. Okay. Do yourselves a favor. If you don't believe that the Real Adventures of Johnny Quest was banging, go back and look up the episode called The Book of Rage, nigga.
Why
Right?
are you a professional on fucking the real Johnny Quest? What the fuck?
Because that shit was fire, nigga. That's why, nigga.
Oh,
I'm telling you the
God.
truth, nigga. The whole
Nigga.
okay, let me just give you the premise.
Nigga,
Right?
if you really want to see something, nigga, if you really want to know what it was like with the racial tension, nigga, and women's suffrage, nigga, go watch Underdog, my nigga. Captain, nigga, I could tell you about Captain Caveman, or you could see for yourself.
Nigga, why you playing, nigga? Underdog wasn't nothing to sneeze at, nigga. Why you fucking around? Now hold on now. The Book of Rage, right? It was a fucking religious zealot who was trying to take over the government in like Tasmania or some shit. And Johnny Quest and them happened to be over there adventuring, and these niggas, cross paths, and they had to go to war, right? Mm-hmm. And Race Bannon, being who he is, he had to jump in there and save Johnny Quest and all that. You know what I mean? And the whole time they was like, "Why are you doing this?" And he would say, "The iniquities of man shall come to pass, and once that does, I shall bring down the wrath. So says the Book of Rage." And he would carry the book around, and he just kept saying shit like that. That was all trill and motherfucking in old English and shit, right? And each time he would end, he'd be like, "And so says the Book of Rage." And so they were fighting on a helicopter, no less, right? And Race Bannon ducked his punch and punched him in the mouth, and he fell off the helicopter. And he had one hand on the helicopter thing and one hand on his book. And the book slipped, and that nigga let go of the helicopter to go get the book, man. He fell out of the helicopter to his death over the Book of Rage. That's how much he believed in it, right? So them being who they are, they go down there to find his remains and shit. They can't find the nigga. All they find is the book, and they open the book. There's nothing in it. The book is blank, my nigga.
Okay, so is it like a meta commentary on religion, or is it meta commentary on geopolitics in Tasmania? Or like
you see what you need to see in it, nigga. That's what it is.
Oh God, no.
Rorschach test, nigga. Tell you who you really are.
That's right, nigga. You look at the book, you watch this episode, you realize the book is really a mirror for socioeconomic standing of the black man in America.
Kung Fu Panda, Book of Eli crap, dude. No.
That's where they all got it from, nigga. Huh?
God.
That's where they got it from.
I was gonna I'm glad you said that, so you could never see the Real Adventures of Johnny Quest ever. Thank you.
Nigga, tell us about the time that Dick Dastardly was involved in a redlining house plot to the black man, nigga, and force him into fucking housing projects.
Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. The wacky races.
Oh, right? He's raising emissions laws on man, with the CO2 carbon laws, like we'll never run out of gas. Man, electric cars in the future, man. It's like
it was about the subjugation of Muttley, my nigga. Really, what it was about. Man. Muttley was trying to find his freedom in them races, man. And that's when they called it wacky. You know what I mean? That's when they called it wacky. All when it was white people, it was just a race, nigga. Now when Muttley get involved, that was wacky. Because he trying to step up out of his restraints, nigga. You know what I mean? Be his own dog, nigga. That's where they didn't want to take the leash off of him, my brother. You got to see through the plot, my nigga.
How you gonna say like when they opened the book, he was in it, or like oh snap, book,
you right,
and it was blank, and they all looked at each other and said, "We wasted an entire week here." Like,
you right, I forgot, my nigga. I forgot. You damn that. You got an eye for this, brother. You should get into animation or some other thing in Hollywood, right? It was blank. The pages were blank. But there was a picture of his dead children that died in Tasmania, in the war in Tasmania and shit, nigga. It was his wife and his 2 kids dead. They was dead. So every time he opened it up, he was looking at them and the words would come to him, and that's how he knew what to do. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
so did
Powerful.
Miss Bannon and everybody else look around and say, "We're truly the bad guys," or like, truly we are like the monsters?
Nah, we got to go back and see the Race Bannon cut to see that shit.
Well, tell me about the time.
See the Hanna cut. Nigga, Barbera was holding Hanna back.
Tell me about the time in the episode "Scary Prairie" that Quick Draw McGraw rallied for the militarization of the police.
Quick Draw McGraw was just Zorro. That's what you didn't understand, brother. He was fighting against it.
No, wasn't El Kabong more Zorro than he was?
That's what I meant to say. That's what I meant to say, man. Kabong, ping pong, ping. I know too many cartoons, and I think this is you remember the other day we all met, right? We was at Sean's house. I think we watched like one of those DC movies, and then we all told the greatest stories that we knew from the comic books and shit. Y'all the only niggas that know as many characters, as many TV shows, as many cartoons as me, my nigga. Anybody else I talk to about this shit, they don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And that's why Podcrack must exist. You understand?
And is that also why nobody listens to this shit?
Yes. Yes. Nigga,
Nobody
exactly
understands these references. Yeah.
The big bad Beetleborgs.
The big bad.
The real adventures of Johnny Quest episode
Nazi.
episode 17, The Book of Rain. What the hell are they talking about?
Oh
Educate
God.
yourselves, people.
Nigga, don't be like me, nigga. Be like Droopy Dog, nigga. Take your time, brother. Learn what you can.
Be like Secret Squirrel, nigga. Do your dirt all by your lonely, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like Morocco Mo.
Nigga, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man. Be like, hey, boo-boo, nigga. Steal if you must, nigga. Steal only when you need to feed yourself, my nigga. Oh, my God.
What was Mr. Ranger?
Oh,
Yeah.
Man. Nigga, well, what was the great Gazoo a euphemism for, my nigga? Yeah, I mean, because this nigga was...
So euphemism of, nigga, what do we do this season?
He operated outside of space and outside of time, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? He was in the future and in the past, my nigga. You feel me? So
The thing I didn't understand is he didn't even like them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why didn't he just go away? Like, why didn't he just be out?
Because he secretly liked them. He like pop up, hey, dum-dums. Like, you again. So what are you guys up to today? It's like, yeah, you really like them though. Like,
yeah, you guys are all right. I'm fucking with
playing poker without me again. Hey, it's like, yeah, he liked them. He would never admit it, but he liked them.
That was the longest running like cartoon TV show at the time and shit. So they needed something, man. They already had children. They gave each one of them babies and shit. You know what I'm saying? Fred already got hit in his head.
Prime time and shit, nigga. Like
It was, but now Simpsons has that reign, dude. Like 40 years,
that's true. That's
nonstop prime time, like cartoon. Like, yeah, I think this is the longest running series. Period.
Here's a question for y'all. Here's a question for y'all. They were gonna try to do that with Batman the animated series initially. They were gonna try to put that in prime time on Fox. How do you think it would have fared?
What time
I think it would have
time?
been successful, man. Like, I mean, even though it was on Kids WB or whatever it was on or something, I think it would have been successful in prime time, man, for sure.
At that time, you couldn't miss with a cartoon. That's why it came out with Cartoon Network. You couldn't miss with cartoons. Kids we was about them cartoons. Whatever time you would have put that on, I'd have found that shit, man.
This is all true, my nigga. This is all true.
You could have put that bitch on at 7:00 in the morning. I'd have watched that shit before I left to go to school, man.
Read the paper and shit, got up and read the sports section. This damn Michael Jordan, he's no Dr. J, nigga. Yeah, my Batman is on. Humming. Yeah.
But yeah, it would have worked because You know, if my mother would have saw the episode with Mr. Freeze in it, she would have been motherfucking hooked just like I was. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it wasn't just that, man. Like, there's a lot of episodes like that, man. There's a lot of like adult themed episodes or touching episodes or like dramatic episodes. Like, it wasn't just like, you know, cartoons now. Like it like where it's, you know, all like
Fluff.
selling toys and stuff. Like it
Yeah,
was different. It was actually a good show, not selling toys.
What was the worst episodes?
The worst
Or just
episode
your
of
least
Batman
favorite?
animated series.
Yeah, or just your least favorite? Because I already know off the bat.
I
No pun
mean,
intended.
for me,
I got mine. I got mine off the bat too. But go ahead, man. I'll tell you mine if you want.
off the top of my head, man, and I kind of feel bad because it was early in the run. I hate the Man Bat episode.
That's the first episode.
I don't give a
Trash.
fuck.
I know.
I don't.
It is the first. That was
horror-
the pilot.
A horrible
I hate
foot
it.
forward, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm
I hated
saying?
it, man.
A step in the wrong direction.
Damn. I thought
Put
it was.
your best
I
foot
hated
forward.
the Man Bat.
Damn.
But you know what saved them? Was that damn intro was so Batman-ish. I was like, God damn, it's got to get better from here.
Yeah.
man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But
But yeah,
all right,
I wasn't with the Man Bat.
around the room, man. All right, man. What's the worst?
It's two episodes, and I can't figure out which one I hate worse. But they both go into like a trope of cartoons and shit that is the reason why I hate them. So one is when this nigga goes to the prison, the southern prison.
Oh no,
He's Bruce Wayne.
You got me fucked up, nigga. You got me. Hey, I will fight you to your death.
I know
nigga.
exactly what you're talking about.
Put him in the box,
Yeah.
nigga. The soundtrack to that episode. I watched that episode standalone the other day. I found it on my DVDs. Watched that shit, nigga.
Oh, you mean you read the back of the DVD and saw which one it was on?
No, I couldn't. Yes, and I said I gotta watch that episode in specific, because Chris, friend of the show, we was talking about nigga put him in the box, and then them niggas said dun like the soundtrack, nigga.
I think you're in love with the soundtrack.
Nah, man, that man was busting rocks. First of all, you got Gotham City, which is the only place that has a desert prison, a fucking port, damn, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, canyons.
Everything, man. And then Alfred had to fly the Bat jet. Oh my god, nigga, to come get him.
Yeah.
Man, fuck out of here.
What
That
was
shit
Bruce Wayne? I can't recall. But as a child, I couldn't figure out why this rich white man was in a southern prison.
because people were looking for work and they were getting kidnapped, right? And they were going missing. And I think he was out there looking for somebody because one of his friends got kidnapped. And so he went out into the alley. He put I think he dyed his hair white or some shit and put on some scruffy clothes and took the fucking the 1986 Buick and went out, and them niggas hit him over the head and put him in the slave camp, and he woke up and couldn't remember his name. And yeah, they had to teach him how to bust the rocks and shit, and they was killing niggas after it was slavery. When you couldn't bust rocks anymore, they would kill your ass. And somebody was like, "Hey, pal, what's your name?" I don't. I remember Batman. And,
yeah. That was actually kind of tight because instead of remembering Bruce Wayne, he identified himself as Batman, right?
Exactly.
That was kind of tight, man. I like that.
And so I fuck with that episode, man.
Okay, so what's number two, man? What's number two for you?
I'm glad y'all like that so much. I fucking hated it. All right, when I turn on my Batman the animated series, I don't tune in to see Bruce Wayne the animated fucking insomniac nigga. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right. What's number two, man? I want to hear this.
The number two is when they did the Island of Dr. Monroe episode, except it was instead of an island, it was like a cat in fucking rains, and the dude was
heavy episode of Red Sonja, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, he turned Catwoman into an actual cat, which harkens back to my hatred of the Man Bat and shit. Like,
yeah, I give you that.
I'll give you that too. All right,
I hate
my two. My two, right? There's an episode where just based off the principle discussed, it was an episode where like Robin was mad at Batman, so he left him because like Robin found out Batman has trackers on him all the time. He doesn't trust him, right? Like because he's too young or something. So Robin does his own thing. he's helping this little girl run away from her like abusive stepfather, and then you find out her stepfather's Clayface, right? And I was like, oh shit. And then you find out that the girl is a piece of Clayface that like got sentient.
Yeah, wait, that's one of your worst?
Yes, that was, dude. I'm sorry, but Robin like falling in love with Clayface's fat lump is disgusting. That shit was so. I'm still disgusted. It's disgusting. He fell in love with Clayface's fat lumps, dude. Like what was that? And then she turns into like part of Clayface at the end. I was like, the whole thing was disgusting. Okay. So based on the principle of disgust, where like what if Robin decided that he wanted to make love to her? Huh? Then what? What?
Clayface would have had to stay in character, man. He was an actor.
He was an actor, my nigga. He had to sell it. He had to sell it, man. But that's fucked up. That the whole time he's conscious of all that shit. Like,
I don't know. How does his powers work? Are there little pieces of him that got their own sentience, or
they got to? They always return to him.
Yeah.
So they got to be part of him. They have to understand, like that. It has to be all a hive mind.
Yeah.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Is he experiencing what they experience, or is it not until they come back to him?
Yeah, like it's like a weird thing where because they're separated, they weren't necessarily Clayface's entiretyness, because like he was kind of like a little lost too in his role of her stepfatherness. So it was weird. But once they merge, he gains all the memories of both of them. Therefore, if Robin made love to her, then Clayface would have those memories of Robin making love to his fat roll, okay? Yes.
He's like, Robin, you know what you're doing.
So
good shit, Robin.
Just based off of disgust, that's like one of them. Right? And to me, like, I know you guys could hate me on this one, but to me, the dumbest episode I've ever seen, man, was when Batman decided to infiltrate like Two-Face's gang. So he's like, all right, man, I'm gonna go as Patches Malone. So he like walks up to the docs and like and he's like a stereotypical Patch and like a hat on. He's like, hey, you guys want to deal some drugs and do some gang stuff? And they're like, yo, what the Bruce Wayne is like fucking trying to join this gang. What the fuck? And they're like, yo, what the fuck? So they fucking like they play along because this whole thing's ridiculous, and they bring him to Two-Face. He's like, "Hey, it's me." Two-Face is like, "Bruce?" No, what do you mean? I'm Patches Malone. I'm just looking for work. He's like, "Bruce, I've known you for like 13 years. What the fuck are you doing?" He's like, "No, what do you mean? I'm just a lonely dock worker. Like down on my luck." It's like, why are you doing this? It's like, what the like? And he's looking to his goons like, "Why did you bring millionaire Bruce Wayne here? Like, what is going on?" That was so stupid to me. That episode is so dumb. That's my number 2. I hated it. Just absolutely.
How did that episode end? Like,
Two-Face like flipped the coin. He's like, I guess I gotta kill you now. And then like, I guess they beat him up, and I think he got saved somehow. But like, it was the whole thing was asinine. It was ridiculous. He was like even the crooks are like, I don't know why Bruce Wayne's pretending he's like a 1940s gangster, but I guess we'll take him to her boss. Like, yeah, I'm just down on my luck looking for work. Like, what are you doing? Like, what is this, dude? The whole thing was stupid. So, yes. Yeah.
Too much Bruce Wayne in that episode.
Too much Patches Malone or whatever.
Harkens back to my first pick. Yeah, man. What's your underrated episodes, man?
Oh, easy, man. The most underrated, because everybody talks about Heart of Ice as number 1 episode. To me, the number 1 episode was the Baby Doll one, where, like I said, it was fucking. It was like where he does the whole thing in the mirror, and like, Baby Doll sees how she looks like as an adult minus her disabilities, and she just drops the gun toy, the gun beer, and just like crying. That was like I was a gut punch, man. I was
she
like,
can't go up, man. She's a baby forever, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's got to be tough to live with.
Yeah,
you feel me? You look exactly the same, but you don't have the same success that you did. You know what I mean?
It's like Gary Coleman, like as a Batman.
Exactly. Mine is Scarface, man. When are they going to bring him in the movie?
Dummy and Scarface. Which episode? Man.
All of them, man. I think I liked all of them from the original run. I don't like when they made him.
Okay, I will say like the first like how they ended with Dummy and Scarface was crazy, but like the return. Where like Dummy's subconscious was bringing him back, and that was terrifying because he was desperately like trying to not go back to the gang, and it was him doing it because obviously he controls Scarface. That was like a very psychological thing for kids because like it was weird. He was the whole time like, I don't want to do it, Mr. Scarface. Like, dummy, come here. It's like, I don't want to. Come here. It was like, holy shit. It's like, is Mr. Scarface, is he real? And then you find out, no, he's not.
Nah,
which is even more scary.
Psychological thriller, my nigga.
It's fucked up, man. Yeah, that one was fucked, man. Like, dude, how terrified he was I think he got a girlfriend. He's working for Bruce Wayne. His life is on the up and up, and then like he gets a phone call, and then he's imagining like dummy. It's like, oh my god, poor bastard, man. Yeah, that was another one, and another also the other one with the robot Bruce Wayne. Or the robot Batman. You remember that one?
Yeah, I do remember that one.
Yeah, that one was like also like crazy, man. Like, man, and then it's programming and making the like sacrifice and stuff at the end. That whole thing was like also crazy. But I will give you that, man. Like the whole Scarface stuff, like in retrospect, yeah, those are pretty really good.
Yeah. I wanted to. I think he got featured in the comic books a lot after that, but they really didn't bring him into much anything else.
W Scarface. I mean, I think they can. Like, well, I mean, there's characters that like I are kind of hard to do. Mad Hatter's one of them, but W Scarface, I think they probably can, but it would have to be handled like how they handle it, which was like like a really weird psychological thing this guy's suffering.
Even the way they did the Mad Hatter, like normally I hate shit like that when they bring in characters from other shit into your shit. I usually hate that. But yeah, I wasn't mad at the
more I think about it, even at the end where like Dummy is in prison and like you see him just carving another Mr. Scarface doll. It's like, holy shit, he's got actual problems. That is absolutely terrible. I have to go watch that again. That is terrifying, man.
Yeah. Fucking greatness. Sean, do you have an underrated episode or are you just a mainstreamer?
Underrated, man. I don't know, man. I think something I know we kind of already hit on it, man, but the origins of Clayface, like that whole, I think that was a 2-parter.
Yeah.
And as a child, I was just like, yo, this is fire as shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's using this shit to survive with his career, and just that shit take him over, man. That was always my shit. I love that shit. You know what I mean?
Didn't they try to kill him with it? And
they held him down and they forced him on it because yeah.
Like that was always fire to me. So but as far as underrated episodes, I don't know.
How about when Batman played the game against the Riddler on the chessboard in the virtual game?
It's talking about like the Labyrinth one where like he had to fight a Minotaur. Is that one?
Yeah.
I mean, that was good, man. But like, I feel like there's like a lot of like underrated ones, man. I was just thinking of another one where oh god, what was it? I just had it to my brain where it was like another like emotional piece too. To think about it.
Also, like the
oh, it was sorry to cut you. It was the Scarecrow. It was the second one.
That's the one I was just about to talk about.
Yeah, and he made Robin have that fear of heights, and that's something Robin never had a fear of. That was great, and it was great about the episode is that they didn't give that cartoon shit where like he has like an antidote. He just had to overcome his fear of heights, and that was great, man.
Yeah, I was actually about to talk about the Scarecrow episode. Yeah, that's one that always stood out to me. I already spoke on the fucking Joker with the guy. That shit just like that would just work as anything. Like you could put that in a TV show, it'll work as like a subplot in a movie or whatever like that. But that's just the fucking like a day in the life of just someone who fucked around and crossed paths with the Joker and shit.
Yeah, I mean,
great.
Remember the intro to Bane? Where like they're casing Croc and you see an unconscious Killer Croc and they're like, who could do this Killer Croc? And they go back to the Batmobile and he's crushed by hand and they're like, yo. You remember that, man?
Yeah. Fucking dope.
Yeah. That's the intro right there, man. Taking out the biggest bad and then going back to your car and it's crushed by hand.
That's a wrestling booking right there, man. That's definitely...
It is. It is.
But nah, man, that whole thing was fire, man. I'd say the only thing. Let me ask y'all this though. Let me ask y'all this. Do you think we didn't give Batman Beyond a fair enough shake?
I did. I thought I like.
It was good
Nigga,
for
I
what
thought
it
it
was. It was
It was
good for what it was.
It-
It was just at the time I couldn't fuck with it.
That's what I'm
because
saying.
It was such a departure.
that's what I'm saying. Like it's on some more like Spider-Man 2099, Dragon Ball GT type shit. Like it's such a so far of a divorce from what I've come to know and love. I can't fuck with it. But I feel like out of all the things I just mentioned, Batman Beyond was like the most. It was
did it
still
the best way.
faithful. Yeah, it was still faithful to the source material. It just was, you know what I'm saying, ahead in time. You know what I mean? And
Because instead of wiping it out, because what they wanted them to do, what Fox wanted them to do was, or WB, whoever the fuck it was, what they wanted them to do was to put Batman in 20 whatever the fuck.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And then that would mean they erase everything that he did. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it's a
Yeah.
whole new thing. But instead, they just moved him forward in time and shit.
right.
Perfect.
And I even
Wonderful
that
characterization.
I went back and I guess it was on Netflix at one point, and I think I watched the first episode where he's so old now that he's in the little new suit, but they still put the working on him, and like he got to pick up the gun, and he's like, oh shit, fuck all this, fuck.
Yeah.
The day I got to pick up a gun, nigga, I'm done with it. You know what I'm saying? And that shit was so fucking fire of an intro.
Yeah.
I mean, they had some
Perfect.
good episodes too, man. Later one where Batman went back with the Lazarus Pit, that was good.
Yeah. Hey,
I
he
think-
thought he was gonna take back over his Batman.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that shit was fire, man.
I still think
Oh,
like my favorite.
the most fire shit. I don't mean to cut you off, but I'll
go for
it. Is when they thought that the people that was doing the I think that might have been the same episode, if I'm not, or in the same little series of episodes, but where the people start doing slappers, they start taking venom. That starts becoming the drug of choice at the high school, and they're like, the only person that could be behind this is Bane. And they say, yo, we got a lead on his location. And Batman Terry McGinnis is ready to roll up and work the fuck out of Bane, and they go look at Bane, and Bane is fucking emaciated on a ventilator and shit, and he has to weigh like all of 12 pounds and shit. That shit was cold as fuck.
Who was it? Was it like Bane's daughter or some shit?
I want to say it was Talia al Ghul or somebody. It was I think it was connected to that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I want to say it was connected to like the Lazarus Pit and whatnot. But
Yeah, and then I think that the best episode for me, man, weirdly, was the last episode of the Justice League epilogue.
When they go into the future.
No.
He's,
No, this is like literally the last after Justice League ended. They had an epilogue episode where it tied in to Batman 20 whatever and Batman Beyond. I mean, and then that was a great episode. The whole episode was just like Amanda Waller talking to
about him being the father. About
and then like explaining why like how important it was to have a Batman, right? A success to a Batman.
Yeah.
And it was great, man. And they tied in like both Batman and had that one awesome scene where Batman was talking to that girl. For her name was, she was playing what, Ace or something at the time.
The one that he had to kill.
Yeah. And he didn't do it, and it was great. Like that whole thing. That was once again another touching Batman episode. And then at the end, them tying it into him and like the importance of Batman. And that was awesome. That was my favorite episode, man.
Damn, I thought I watched this show. I don't know.
It was technically under
Justice
Justice League. It was literally the last episode is called Epilogue. So
yeah, but once again, all that shit. I went back and watched all the Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. Shit's fire, bro. And I don't mean to trivialize the movie business. I'm sure it's a tough racket, but the blueprint is there.
Mm-hmm.
The blueprint is there.
No excuse, man. No excuse.
It's really no excuse, man. The blueprint is there. Yeah, you're gonna have to lay your own groundwork. You don't come into it just everybody knowing who these people are like you do with cartoons.
Why not though, Sean? Why not? Why can't we have a world that just niggas already know who they are? We don't got to do the backstory and shit.
That kind of defeats the purpose. Something you talked about on another episode, man. It's like you have to. Marvel laid this 10-year groundwork, and earned our the emotional responses that we elicited. Like, and Justice League tried to, DC tried to skip all that.
They tried to rush it, is what they tried to do. They tried to push it forward. But if you come into the story with the groundwork already laid, you know what I'm trying to say to you? Like, instead of showing Batman training in the dungeon, you just show him being Batman. There's nothing wrong with that either. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you go back to Batman, the 1980s version, he was already Batman. We didn't have to see they told the little origin story, of course, but we didn't have to see him training with Ra's al Ghul and all that shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, every superhero story doesn't have to begin that way. And I was saying back in 2015, 2014, that they made the mistake of trying to copy Marvel. That if you was going to do it with any superhero, you do it with the most known superheroes of all time. If you was just going to get into some shit, get into it with Superman, get into it with Batman, because we all already know. And if you think about it, that's what they did with Batman.
So I think what you're saying is that in Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, we need to have another Batman's appearance die scene. Is that kind of that's kind of what I'm getting, right? You need to have another appearance die scene in a completely unrelated movie. Got it. Okay.
At this point, that man Joe Chill is like, y'all ain't really got to bring that up again. Like, I feel bad now. Like, Joe Chill, you needed in Crime Alley.
Is that confirmed, or is the whole story that Batman doesn't know who killed his parents and he makes whoever he's fighting the person who killed his parents?
Nah, that's what Joel Schumacher did to keep these movies relevant and shit. Like, put the face of every person Batman was going, which is some fucked up shit. I'm
not gonna lie. It's not a bad.
That's some Dewey. Thing. That's some Dewey Cox shit. Like Dewey Cox has to think about his whole life before he goes out on stage. Like, you're the man who killed my parents. I didn't even. I'm 19. What are you?
That's how he breaks niggas' arms so easily.
That's what I'm saying, nigga. I'm selling a dime bag. What are you talking about?
Arm broke, nigga, for the rest of your life. You ain't gonna be able to point in no direction again.
He tells the story like fucking Vin Diesel from Fast and the Furious 1, nigga. Yeah, he was selling the dime bag at Gotham Square. He takes the bus to work now. He walks with a permanent limp. Like, when I got finished punching him, I couldn't lift my right hand. What did he do? Jaywalking, nigga.
He called me a narc.
Oh god, shit.
You know what they do to narcs in Arkham? I guess I'm gonna have to go back and watch them damn shows. I don't know. It feels weird going back and watching DC shit because
I ain't gonna lie,
so
nigga.
Much now.
But I realized Amazon told me for $30 I could purchase every episode of Superman the Animated Series.
And don't do it.
I did it. Season 1 is already down, man. It's in the book.
You're talking to me from the future?
Yeah, but nigga, it already happened. And nigga, I'm not gonna lie. Fire. Metallo, fire.
Yeah.
Even the story, the buildup of that story, man. This man is like a playboy from another country, and he loves fucking hoes and eating fine food and shit and caviar, and then he contracts a virus, and Lex Luthor is like, my friend, I have a way that you can get back at Superman who put you in prison, my nigga.
That nigga Lex Luthor know how to tie some shit to Superman.
Yeah.
It ain't got shit to do with this nigga, and somehow it's Superman's fault.
And that man
that's his superpower, nigga.
That nigga came back as a fucking android, you know what I'm saying, that looked like himself and shit. And he's like, hey, hold on, my nigga, I can't feel shit, my nigga. How am I gonna love a lady, my nigga? He said, there's a price to pay. Nigga, that ain't the price I was trying to pay, nigga. Fuck out of here, nigga. And then
did he grab him by the collar? Nigga, you gotta paint the picture, nigga.
You can
grab him by the collar, nigga.
Of course he grabbed him by the collar. And then Lex Luthor got the nerve to be on his yacht trying to mac this hoe, nigga. That nigga showed up like, nah, fuck all that shit, nigga. Then Then Superman shows up and say, who you think gave you the fucking flesh-eating disease, nigga? The reason you had to give up your original body. Like, man, I was trying to do some, nigga, he almost manhandled that nigga and killed him, nigga. Superman had to save Lex Luthor, boy, against his better judgment and shit. Fire, nigga.
Trash.
Shut the fuck up, nigga. Trash. I hate it.
Hated every moment of that retelling of that story. Submitted for the approval of the Midnight Society. Approval denied, bitch. Nigga, get that story out of here.
But nah, man, all this shit, 90% of this shit is nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. The more every time I hear about Kal-El, my nigga, the more I hear about just like the opposite reaction I have to the Batman's parents dying. Every time I hear about Superman's parents, I'm like, these was the trillest motherfuckers ever. Jarrell was like this. Jarrell was just smart, my nigga. He was trying to set y'all niggas up for the future. Y'all was like, no, leave Krypton. Why would we? And then the whole time Brainiac was downloading the system and shit, said, nigga, if I knew, what did he say? Oh, yeah. If I told them that the planet was about to blow up, then they would put me on a mission of trying to fix it. All the while, I would be wasting time because I'm just trying to download the history of Krypton and get the fuck out of here.
So now Brainiac killed, it was part of Krypton.
How long
retconned that shit so many times.
How long do we have? 30 minutes, bitch. Peace. Nigga, fuck out of here, nigga. Ah, man. Shit's great. I think shit's great.
So Brainiac was on Krypton now, I would say.
He was the planetary AI system or some shit.
What was the city he saved? I forgot.
Kandar?
Yes. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Nigga, hey man, listen. Besides Superman is pretty decent, bro. Superman's pretty good. Besides the man himself, the shit that happens around that nigga is all great.
I don't want to hear it, nigga. They done retconned that shit into being okay and shit, nigga. 2 years from now, Gorilla Grodd was on motherfucking Krypton and shit.
Yeah, you was. How you know that, man? Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of.
I just want there to be like a really good run for Steel, or like some kind of justice for Steel, man. I feel like I don't know, man.
I was started watching the animated version of the Rise of the Superman, and
yeah,
I'm at the point where I believe that there is no redemption for Steel.
Yeah.
None.
Oh yeah.
It'll never happen, man.
Did you see the Red Sun? I think.
Yeah, I saw that. Well, see, here's the thing. I saw the movie that they just came out with.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest with you, I like they changed stuff from the comic. I like the motion comic better.
Okay.
I watched the motion comic and that shit is fire, nigga. But everything in the animated movie was too cutesy, like the origin of Batman and Brainiac and all that shit was too. Yeah, it was too. They fit it. They made it fit too perfectly. I was like, nah, hell nah, fuck out of here. Yeah, so.
I think Steel can't be redempted because his mask, his Steel mask, is like skin tight over his face.
I mean, they can give it a new design, man. I mean.
But that is really what I have an issue, because like you can see his features through the Steel mask.
He's Steel mustache and his cheekbones.
Yeah, it's pissing me off. Like
his pimples. It's like, yo, hold up. Like you have to give it that much detail, man.
Is this?
So wait, because he's knockoff Destro, you have a problem with that?
I do actually.
Oh, okay.
I do.
Okay, my bad, brother.
I do have a problem with that because he made his own suit. Iron Man, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. I feel like he wouldn't have put ears on his his Steel mask.
I feel like if you go through the trouble to design your own shit, my nigga, and you designed yourself, my nigga, if you were Jay-Z and you designed yourself, then the last thing you're gonna do is put another nigga symbol on your shit.
Yeah, and it's another thing. That's another big problem I have with this.
Yeah. And the moment you let Shaquille O'Neal play you in a feature length film, my nigga, you're dead.
Yeah, no. I have an issue with all of this. Like, what does he need a cape for? That's nonsense.
All of that's nonsense, my nigga.
Brandon,
now,
man. Brandon.
Yeah. Like that nigga said, I'm about to capitalize on the absence of Superman.
It's like everybody's like, yeah, what's it? He's dead. Everybody's like, is that Superman? I mean, like that 9 foot like tall black man. Is he Superman?
Covered in metal?
Yeah.
With a hammer?
I'm gonna say no. Like, it could be.
Which one?
He has ass.
Like, which one is the real Superman? Definitely not the black one. Just a guess.
They play some music and see which one bops to it. Play Swag Surf. We'll figure this out.
Like, is it Superboy? Maybe. Is it the Eradicator? Is it Cyborg Superman? Is it the nigga? No. No, I'm sorry. I'll tell you which one it ain't, my nigga. Fuck out of here. Yeah, so yeah, now Steel is pointless. I must say. Steel is trite, my nigga. He's a pointless dribble.
All right.
I'm just saying, if he had any type of, like, let's say someone shot a bullet at him, right? And it was a headshot. He's feeling all the impact because it's so close to his skull.
Yo, this man has like teeth in his like. He's got a metal tongue. It's like, yo.
He's literally going too far. Like, it's a design flaw. Like at that point, he might as well just wear like
an eyelids. Like, what is? How close to be
it would be easier to sleep in that, wouldn't it? Like taking it on and off must be hell, man. You are right.
You ever worked out in like a like non like one of those air dry fit shirts and shit, and like you're sweating and you go to take it off and it just sticks to your body and shit? This has to be like
imagine that shit is all metal, nigga.
Yeah.
Just
but like at least like a couple tons of metal though. So yeah.
This is nonsense. Like, this whole character is nonsense.
Nigga, he wanted to emulate Superman, my nigga. He wanted to emulate the Man of Steel, my nigga. But it's like it was told to him in a foreign language who Superman was.
He's kind of like a Man of Steel. Oh, I got it. So he's like a guy with like steel armor. No. So
he hits hard like hammer. So he has a hammer? No.
Yeah, where did the hammer come in? Is that because his real name is John Henry?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Yes.
DC, this is what I'm saying. Every time I try to give them the benefit of the doubt, man, DC gotta fuck it up.
Do not judge the merits of DC and Superman on fucking Steel, nigga.
No, sir, I will, sir. That is the epitome.
It's like judging wrestling on the Red Rooster, my nigga. Don't do that.
Sir, I will do both. Right? Because it points to a fundamental issue with the whole shit. Niggas like, oh, we sell a lot of Supermans. Let's make 18 more variations. Nigga. Superboy, Super Dog, Supergirl, Superwoman, Super Cousin, Super Y and shit. The Super Reader, my nigga. Get the fuck out of here.
Nigga said Super Cousin, nigga. Nigga fly through your window. Hey, nigga, y'all got some Kool-Aid? I'm just gonna put my bags right here.
Let me get a to-go plate. At the super barbecue and shit, nigga. Nah. I hate this nigga, dog. I mean, like, it's making me angrier and angrier the more I think about it. Like, they had the nerve to put irons at the end of his nigga's name. Like, his name is John Henry Irons. I mean.
Because they can't think of a credible backstory for a black person, man. You have to be Paul Bunyan's black friend, or you got to be from Harlem, or you got to be from Africa, or you got to do voodoo, or you can't just be somebody from the suburbs, but they go like, fuck out of here.
Nah, my nigga, because ain't no Jerry curl juice in the suburbs. Man. That's the problem. That's the issue.
Oh,
John
shit.
Henry Irons, a bit on the nose, my nigga. A
Yes.
bit on the nose.
Yes. Well, gentlemen, we've laughed, we've talked, we had some good fun. You see why I leave the fucking recorder on? Nigga, I was gonna cut y'all niggas off after fucking. What do you think your Justice League anticipation is?
But nigga, do you mean the 8th time you asked us that question or shit, nigga?
Yeah, that exactly.
When you go back and listen to this, you're gonna be having deja vu like a motherfucking boy. You're gonna be like, did I just edit this part?
My nigga, who said the fucking Justice League talk is gonna make it in here, nigga? I'm starting at the Book of Rage, man. Fuck out of here, nigga. We recorded through that to get to the good shit.
If you try to make it to the top, nigga, that's what the fuck you do. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Oh my god. Yes. Yes.